Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the first part of making this Subaru into a drift car. Robbie Fiera influenced Josh and I to turn this thing into a drift missile. We figured with the damage that it has up front and the fact that we already have decently cool looking dailies car that we're going to have the most fun with. Yes, the lowered lifestyle and going to car meets would be cool, but with where we live, the car talent, not that many cool cars, we would really have to travel, and with the build that we'd want to go with being slammed and having the wide body, etc., etc., it would honestly just be like a pain in the butt for where to drive, and like we'd always be nervous to get caught by cops, etc., etc. And this way we just can financially like be a little more stable with this car. We don't have to put as much money into it, and we don't have to fight with who drives it, because we also split this car, Josh and I, 50-50, and we'd be fighting who wants to drive the Subi which day. So now we get to both take her to the track and we get to both rip on her the equal amount. So today we're just starting out with something that's kind of less important, but we're starting out with gutting the interior, getting rid of the rear seats, cleaning everything, just getting rid of everything and making it drift car ready. We do have to get it ready for the 17th and 18th of July, and it is now the 23rd of June, so we are kind of on a time frame. Right now we're going to kind of do things budgetly just to make it the drift build. We're just going to pull the axles and weld the diff. We'll do the stuff with the transmission and the linkage and all that later with the diff, but for now we are going to pull the axles so that most power is going and weld the diff. So let's get into gutting the interior.
Alright guys, like Andrew said, we're going to start with the interior. It's super messy. We have a lot of random shit in the back, so we're going to start with taking all that out. Just completely kind of cleaning it. Obviously we're going to do a deep clean, but right now we don't really have to do a deep clean. We're taking everything out, but we're going to start emptying this and then just really start looking at what the interior looks like. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. Alright guys, so we got all the shit out that me and Andrew were just storing in there. Some of it even came in the back of the car when we first got the car, so we finally cleaned it all out. The Subi is finally clean. I want to show you guys something real quick though. It's been in here since we got it, but when we got the car, it was frozen, and now there's just some weird substances. No idea what it is. It's gross as shit.
Throw her on the counter.
We'll throw her on the counter though for Buddy Boy Jimbo's random shit. We don't know what it is. We don't want to know what it is. But it was in there since wintertime. We just kind of noticed it now. We saw it before, but we never wanted to touch it. But we finally touched it. We don't know what it is. Andrew, you want to try it?
Yeah, let's go for it.
But yeah, we're going to expose a bat. But yeah, it's pretty much the car's all cleaned out now.
Smell it. I'll give you $5 if you smell it.
You smell it.
Okay, I'll smell it.
You lost your little smell.
Look at it.
Yeah, I don't. It's chunky, man. Smell it.
What? That's the fucking worst thing I've ever smelled in my life. Bro, you need to smell that.
I don't know if I want to. Like, will I throw up? I don't want to know what that is. Alright, Andrew, I'll do the honors.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you sure you don't want a last little sniff?
I am done with that.
Alright. Goodbye, weird substancy cup. Don't ever want to smell you again.
It's a good water bottle. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just got a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. I just got a dream. It's what you make it. Always try to give.
Alright guys, so we emptied out the complete back. Andrew's busy taking off the front center console area, so we're able to take out this disgusting carpet. As you guys can see, there's cigarettes and stuff like that all over the carpet. We're gonna be taking out the carpet now, just because we want it as clean as possible, and the carpets still smell like cigarettes, so we're gonna be taking the carpet out and everything like that.
We might recarpet, we might just leave it gutted, we don't know yet. We'll see how it looks gutted. Yeah.
But pretty much the whole complete thing is completely gutted now. It's starting to look more like a drift car. We're super excited to see what it looks like after, but let's just get into tearing this carpet out. Alright guys, this is the end of day one of this video. We have to go to work, but the Subi is completely gutted. We put our seats in there so we acted like we were driving it, but it's completely gutted. All of our stuff is outside right now. Carpet, everything like that, the seats. So we're just going to clean up, and then that's pretty much the end of this day. We'll catch you guys tomorrow when we do more work on her.
Alright guys, welcome back to day 2 of gutting the interior of the Subaru off camera. We just didn't grab it this morning. We vacuumed out the interior, so now it obviously looks much cleaner in here. This side looks so much more better than the driver's side. The driver's side has rust and stuff, so we're going to paint that up. And then there's also the foot thing that covers the ECU that's right over here. We're going to paint that white because white's our accent color with this car. Even before it's wrapped, we're just going to do that as the accent. So for now, we're going to vacuum up the chairs. Probably install them not until after paint, but we're going to vacuum up the chairs. We have to run to Lowe's to grab some paint, and then that will likely be the end of this video. We did a little bit of cleaning on the engine bay too because there was a sub wire that we had to get out. But other than that, we didn't do much off camera. So now we just have to go to Lowe's, get paint, gut the trunk because that's the only thing left. And
it's what you make it. Always try to give. Don't ever take it. Life is gonna be. It's what you make it. Always try to.
Alright guys, so this is the driver's side. The passenger side's not that bad, but over here it's kind of really rusty, so we're gonna, obviously like Andrew said, we bought this stuff. Use this stuff, try and just fix this rust. We might not even worry about the driver's or the passenger side for now, but we're just gonna do this so this doesn't rust out more. Obviously it's our drift car, so obviously it's not a big deal, but we obviously don't want it to rust more because if we can prevent it, obviously we want to do that. So we're just gonna get right into putting the stuff on the floor. We're just using a paintbrush and putting a lot of this stuff on it, so let's get. Alright guys, so we finished up painting. The paint didn't turn out super amazing, but it turned out okay. Like we always say, it's a drift car. But yeah, obviously paint didn't turn out too amazing, but it turned out good enough for our drift car. That's just for the back. But yeah, like I said, we also painted up that. Kind of cleans up the interior a little bit. Kind of adds a little bit of spice. We only painted that one side for now because this side is still super clean, and obviously we didn't want to mess it up if it looks super clean. We might down the road just so it matches, depending on how bad you can really tell that side is painted and this side is not. But we're gonna start putting all the seats back in, everything back up in here, getting all 100% interior wise, gut wise, and that's pretty much the end of the video for this. We gutted the interior today, whole bunch of stuff still outside, all the carpets and everything like that. We also just emptied out the trunk off camera. We didn't really do that. It's more of a work day and a film day, but we got a lot done. Looks super clean. Me and Andrew are super excited to see our drift car done. Obviously, this is just one of the things off the checklist. We still have tons more to do, tons more stuff to do before the 17th.
And there's 20 days left, so
yeah,
we're on a bit of a time crunch, but we're gonna get her done. Alright guys, so that is the end of today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. The Subaru will be so fun to be on the inside when we're on the drift pad. So this is the first video to making this thing a drift car. Next video, we're going to be pulling the axles and welding the diff. We will see you next week, Sunday, 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check out our socials, sboys_TV, and we'll see you next time.
Take off like airplanes, like slaves we wear chains. Job on bare face.